Go. So, hi. So, this is a bit of a different vlog. So, obviously, being an Arsenal fan in Dubai, it'd be rude not to come along just to see the Sobha Realty, because as we know, they're sponsors of Arsenal. They sponsor the training ground, and if you're at the Emirates or you see on telly, you'll always see Sobha Realty advertising going across. So, we've got the opportunity to meet an actual employee who's going to explain how Sobha works in Dubai.
Lovely. Thank you so much. My name is Manavi. Welcome to Sobha Heartland. What we've got going here is a beautiful experience studio. Now, for anybody who belongs to Dubai, anybody who's heard the name Sobha, whether in Dubai or anywhere else in the world, one thing that we are known for in the market is offering top-notch quality as far as construction is concerned. Right? So when we say we offer quality, it's not just something that we want to say up in the air, but we want to actually show you what that quality means. So here, we've done something that's extremely rare that no other developer offers in the market. We've shown the exact construction. We've broken down the construction to the last T for all of our investors around the world. We start with a very short history of how the company was started. Mr. PNC Menon is the man behind what you see here. He's a gentleman from Kerala, started his journey from back in Oman, went to Oman in 1976, started doing interiors there. Eventually reaching a point where in 1982, the king of Oman back then called Mr. Menon for the palace interiors. And then, of course, the rest is history. He was then called by royalty across the globe, by royalty in Bahrain, Brunei, Qatar, Tajikistan. The list is endless. If you search for him online, he's also called the palace maker because of this. From there on, we set our base in India as well. We have multiple projects going across the country in India. We have a headquarter in Bangalore. And then eventually we set base in Dubai in 2003. Now, initially, when we came to Dubai, we were only subcontractors. We were not full-on developers, but we started our stint as developers in 2014. Starting with an absolute bang, we took over a massive piece of land, which is roughly around 8 million square feet, and turning into an absolutely gorgeous master community, housing apartments, townhouses, villas, schools, hospitals. It's basically a township that we've made here. And of course, from there on, started getting more traction for building more projects across the city. However, we didn't want to just limit ourselves to India or Dubai, and we wanted people around the world to know who we are, which is why we started having multiple partnerships. Of course, Arsenal being one of our biggest feathers on the hat, where we want the world to know what Sobha really brings to the table. So any Arsenal match that you watch now, you'll definitely see Sobha as a brand sponsor. We in fact have a project in Dubai where we have an Arsenal branded gym as well. It's in an area called Motor City, and the project is called Sobha Solace, which is almost sold out now. But in case somebody's interested in knowing more, of course, please feel free to reach out. But one thing that sets us apart is the concept of backward integration, where unlike everybody else who's subcontracting their projects, we do everything end to end, starting from concept to completion. Everything is done in-house. The designing, the architecture, the landscaping, manufacturing, construction, even post handover management is also done in-house, giving Sobha that complete quality control throughout, and of course making us reach where we've reached. So we'll just take a quick tour here. Now, I've had people from the construction background who can spend even the whole day and still not get enough of it because there's so much to discuss. But the idea really is to, exactly like I mentioned before, to break down the construction to the last T, to show you why we are known for quality. So we start with the building facade. The facade has multiple layers. Personally, I'm slightly biased towards Sobha Heartland as a community because I stay here myself, and everything I'm telling you is actually from personal experience. The building I stay in as well, again, these same layers are available there. The most important one for me is this yellow thing you see here. This is rock wool. Very good for insulation, very good for soundproofing and fireproofing. On top of the building, for the villas, you'll see something called wet cladding, where we've stuck the material to the concrete itself. Each of these stones that you see has been handcrafted by our workmen. We call this handcrafted stone veneer. This as well is a beautifully insulated material, so the heat doesn't penetrate inside. For the apartment buildings, we've done something called dry cladding, where we've left a little gap between the outer facade and the outer material. We've held these with clamps, again allowing for better insulation. Any water body in the community, say it's a pool, say it's a pool for the private villas, if the water body is there, around it we've done the decking using wood plastic composite, which is an extremely durable material. Unlike wood, which would tend to swell with time and tend to have cracks, this one is absolutely durable, doesn't have any issues even in the future. Plus, under the pool, we've made something called a void former. Around the world, what you'll see is in case there's maintenance required for the pool, even if you go to the best hotels, even if you go to 5-star hotels in the world, you'll see that they'll shut the pool for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks for the maintenance purposes. Because as a void former, what happens is that the maintenance never stops. Our workmen just crawl in, do the maintenance, come back out. So say whether you want to enjoy the pool yourself throughout the year, or even if you have tenants coming in staying for short-term lets, the pool activities never stop. So the experience throughout is absolutely seamless. Then for the walls, we've got multiple walls across. This is the wall that you'll see as a concrete wall, dividing the apartment and the lobby area. Inside, you'll see the falls wall. Like we saw rock wool there, we have glass wool here, along with double gypsum boards, which again, very good for soundproofing. Now, this is something that I again can tell from experience is something that we have taken care of beautifully. The flooring has 5 layers in it. Personally, this is the most important layer. This is a rubber acoustic sheet. You'll notice it's slightly glossy and it's slightly matte. The glossy bit allows a very good waterproofing and the matte bit allows a very good soundproofing. Usually in apartments, you'll notice that if someone's moving their furniture above your floor, you'll hear that screech.
Yeah.
This completely cuts that down, right? Plus, of course, the flooring throughout, depending on what project we're offering, we've got some contemporary projects, we've got some luxury and some ultra-luxury projects, depending on what criteria the apartment or the villa is falling in. The flooring would be different. However, across the spectrum, we've used absolutely the best quality of material at every stage that you see here. For the ceilings, both the grid and the fall ceilings are also made in our own factories. We'll see up ahead, we've got some factories across UAE, in Abu Dhabi, Ras Al Khaimah, and Sharjah, where a lot of these things are manufactured in-house, again, giving us full control on the quality. It's not just the quality that we're able to maintain with having things done in-house, we're also able to manage the timeline. So what happens is, unlike other developers, which could sometimes face certain delays in certain cases, with Sobha, our track record has been not just delivering the project on time, but before time, because of everything being done in-house. So when we're setting the lower few floors, we keep setting them with the internal fixings as well, allowing for quick turnaround time of all the projects. Now for the bath area, we've used non-slip tiles. For both the bathroom and the kitchen, we've got 4-way drainage system. This allows for the possibility of blockage to go down completely. Say in case one pipe is blocked, we still have 3 more drainages. In case 2 were blocked, we still have 2 more drainages. God forbid, if all the pipes were to be blocked, we are also in charge of the MEP ourselves, and we've got MEP trackers throughout the house. So we'll speak of that in just a minute as well. Now, the bathtub, you'll see, is the same concept as the void former, where it's not stuck to the concrete, it's slightly elevated for easy maintenance. In the future, say after 7, 10, 20 years, if maintenance is required, the workmen just come, pull this tile out, do the maintenance and put the tile back. Now, from our experience, we know that if by chance there was a crack in this tile, you wouldn't find the same tile, the same color, the same texture in the market again. So we've put 3 extra tiles for your convenience. If you notice, our tagline is called the art of detail.
Yeah.
It's that kind of detailing that we've taken care of at every step of construction. Now, this is the shower area. In the shower area also, what you'll notice is we've taken care of the waterproofing absolutely beautifully. The last tile you see there is slightly inclined. That's called linear drainage system. So what that does is it allows for the water to keep constantly draining out. It never stagnates right here. All the apartments come with automated security system, plus with automated home provisions. Now this, unfortunately, the MEP is not showing up here, but usually we actually show a live MEP tracker for a unit in Sobha Heartland. MEP essentially means mechanical, electric and plumbing. Now that you're here in Dubai, any construction site you go to, anywhere you see around Dubai, you'll notice there'll be a very big banner outside. On that banner, you'll see who the master developer is, who's doing the construction, who's the subcontractor, who's doing the MEP. Usually it's a third party that comes in for the MEP as well. In our case, because MEP is also done in-house, we've put MEP trackers throughout the unit. So, there have been cases where someone staying inside the house doesn't know that there's probably a trip in the switch. But it'll flag at our end. Because we know exactly where the issue is. For the villas, we've also got solar panels. That, of course, is in line with the 2040 vision, where we want to make sure that, we're making everything as environmentally compliant as we possibly can. Now, all the apartments that we offer come fully fitted. The bathrooms are fully fitted, the kitchens are fully fitted. So in the bathroom, we've just shown you a cross section of what all we're offering. We provide you with the sink, the WC, the shower area. This all comes completely intact. What you'll notice here is, for example, this mirror is made in our own factories. This is a smart mirror. It has a heater inside. It will automatically defrost when someone's taking a hot shower. Saffron is our sister company. So this is also made in our own factories.
Right.
Durawit, for example, is not ours.
Right.
The fridges and freezer are not ours. We've partnered with the top brands across the world. Most of them, of course, German brands, Italian brands, leading in their field.
Yeah.
So I'll show you a list of companies we've partnered with. Anything that we are not in control of, there'll be top-notch products used at every step.
Excellent. Thank you.
Another thing that we take great pride in is the water pressure system. You know, in certain high-rise towers, you'll notice as you go higher on the floor, the water pressure tends to deplete.
Yeah.
In our case, whether you're on the ground floor or the top floor, the water pressure remains the same.
Okay.
We have a building going up to even 109 floors. The height of that is pretty much half of Burj Khalifa's.
Yeah.
But whether you're on the top floor or anywhere in the building, that's something you don't have to worry about at any point.
Excellent.
Now, we also give fully fitted kitchens. The kitchens come with all of your white goods in place. So we provide you with a nicely tucked in fridge, freezer. There's a gas with a hood that we provide, along with an oven and a dishwasher. Every unit also has a separate utility or a laundry room where we provide the washer dryer as well. The stone that you see is reconstituted stone. This is absolutely stain proof and scratch proof. All of these cupboards, all of the cabinets, the wardrobes also come in place. I actually didn't know of the term Lazy Susan until recently. Somebody came from US and they mentioned that we also have Lazy Susans in place. All of these cabinets come with soft closing, whether it's for the wardrobes or the cabinets in the kitchen. So you never hear that harsh sound when you're shutting them. Again, these are also in already installed wardrobes in the rooms. Usually when other developers provide a wardrobe, that's the material they use for the base of it, for the foundation of it. This is what we are offering. You can tell immediately the difference in the quality here as well. With this, you'll usually notice there'll be cracks because of the weather temperature, because of this expanding and contracting in the future. This is extremely durable, very solid.
Excellent.
We've just got some videos of our factories. We've got top-notch technology being used across. The bathroom that you saw previously come as bathroom pods, which also allows for quick turnaround time. So we just prefabricate these pods and we just fix them on the multiple floors in different projects.
Excellent.
There's another video that will play after this. That's of the balcony facade being created. So you will see how everything in this case being done in-house gives us full control at every step. A lot of layouts you'll notice has floor-to-ceiling glass. We've used very less concrete. So that glass is also something that we've made sure is toughened glass, double glaze. It lets a lot of natural light come in. It traps the heat out. So all of these small things have been taken care of at every step. That's the video for the show. I'll send you these videos as well. But it's really interesting to see how it's completely backward integrated at every step.
Brilliant. Yeah, excellent.
So here we've got a small mock-up of the balcony. This is the same glass I was just mentioning to you, toughened glass. This also is beautiful as far as safety is concerned. So even if you put maximum pressure, there might be a spider break effect, but this will never fall off the frame. That's something we've taken guarantee of. Of course, multiple layers of waterproofing. Balcony is one area that faces all the harsh weather conditions. So we want to make sure that we've got everything covered absolutely perfectly right here as well. Like we saw there, that's the flooring inside the apartment. So we've given you cross sections. The idea is to be absolutely transparent with what we're offering to you. Usually when other developers were to offer all of this, they would call it their luxury segment. For us, this is the bare minimum that we provide across all the projects. Because for Mr. Menon, coming from the background he does, it's those small things that matter a lot.
Excellent.
To the extent that even for our both internal and external doors, what you'll see is that we've given an exterior facade of, this is walnut laminate, which again is a very, very sturdy and very safe material. So if there was a hazard, a fire hazard inside the house or outside the house, this takes about 25-30 minutes to catch fire. The response time in Dubai is barely 4 to 5 minutes in terms of calamity. So that's something that's been covered by our end as well. Then for the balcony doors, you've either got a lift and a slide door or a hinge door. That will depend on where it's placed in the apartment. Even here we've got the same double glazed glass use. One very interesting thing here is that we've got a beautiful rubber gasket on the door and on the frame as well. And we have a double locking system here. So what happens is, see, even if I'm living on the main road, I shut the door and I double lock it, that rubber sheet creates a vacuum, completely cutting the sound down. Once we're inside the apartment, there's zero, so you can practically drop a pin and hear that pin drop, you know. So that's something we can even experience because we have a show apartment here. We can actually experience all the things we've just seen come together in action. Now, as a business model, no other developer in the world is following backward integration at this level, which is why we're also being taught as a business model at the Harvard Business School, because we want others to kind of take the learnings from what we've built so far. Now, the very interesting thing is that across all our construction sites, even now, most developers still use a traditional way of passing on information through letters, through emails, in which, you know, we've noticed that in certain cases, some information gets missed. In our case, we use an application called Plan Grid, where everybody working on a site, of course, apart from getting regular trainings, also have access to this application. So everybody gets real-time translated information at their disposal, regardless of where they are in the hierarchy. So everybody is kept up to date in real time.
Excellent.
Of course, at every step, like I mentioned earlier, there are multiple layers of testing, and we make sure that we've got everything covered. There's management system is also taken care of throughout. So there's multiple quality checks at every step that you notice. And in fact, even though we have the government checklists and protocols to follow, even then, once the property is ready, Mr. Menon himself goes and randomly inspects you because he wants to make sure that everything is absolutely in place and nobody has any issue before they move into their house. That's the list of companies we've partnered with. So anything that we are not in control of, that we're not manufacturing, will be a part of this list. I'm sure there are lots of names that you yourself would resonate with.
Definitely.
So here we've just got a very small mock-up of what any of our lobbies looks like. So the idea is that as a developer, we use very basic, very neutral color tones across all our projects. There's nothing very flashy or jazzy. It's all very earthy, very beige and gray and white. The idea is to make it seem very appealing, very aesthetically pleasing, and very homely at the same time. Nothing very loud. So that's a short tour of the Experience Studio. I hope that was helpful for you.
No, that's really helpful. No, really appreciate that. And as I say, now if you obviously are an Arsenal supporter, you can now relate to the product. Obviously, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments down below and we can pass them on. Obviously, if you are interested in investing in Dubai, then again, just drop us a note and we'll pass the comments on, and we'll all get aligned. But thank you very much.
Of course, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.